He was second on the grid to Lewis Hamilton at the start of the Australian Grand Prix, but when he sees the checkered flag, he knows that he's the number one in Albert Park today. It's Valtteri Bottas who wins the Australian Grand Prix, and he wins it by a distance.
How about that? Yeah! To whom it may concern you.
What the hell did you have for breakfast?
I had some porridge.
Porridge. You must have put something else in it.
No, it was my best race ever.
And into the pit lane comes Häkkinen. Häkkinen coming in for a second stop.
It's earlier than I would have expected him to, and he's gone through. He's carried on through the pit. There's nobody in the pit lane. What's Mika up to? He obviously may have misheard something on the radio or whatever.
What a turn up for the book this is.
David Coulthard's going to be in the lead of the race, wondering what on earth's happened to his teammate. He may even assume he's out of the race. Coulthard slowing down. Coulthard's...
Yeah. And Häkkinen takes the lead. Now that looked like a planned move to me, Martin. That was a deliberate move.
Well, there's absolutely no question about that.
There was some confusion. It was purely misunderstanding in the radio communication. What David did was just remarkable. Looking back in the history, I don't have seen many drivers doing things like this, so I have to thank you very much.
We can see Hill comes out of the pit lane, Villeneuve comes up, it's going to be very, very close into the first corner. And that Damon Hill takes the lead and stays ahead of Jacques Villeneuve. Well, you can't be much closer than that. And Villeneuve realises that now he's got to go for it because Damon Hill's tyres are not as warm as Villeneuve's are. There's not a lot of difference in it, and Villeneuve fights and retakes the lead. Fantastic! That was superbly aggressive, forceful, but clean driving. And off goes Villeneuve, and he gets on the course back in front of Hill, and he manages to block his teammate because that was Damon's opportunity. He wasn't able to take it, but now Hill can push very hard indeed, and he's trying to take him on the outside. He nearly goes off on the inside of the corner. What a sensational scrap. And Damon Hill senses his opportunity and goes for it. And Villeneuve cuts him off. Hill goes again. And this is it. They're showing the slow board to Villeneuve. Is he going to ignore it? Is he going to be a good team man and obey it? No, he lets him through. Surely, yes. Jacques Villeneuve lets Damon Hill through. He concedes the lead. He knows that he's got a problem with the car.
Well, for sure, it's disappointing. To lead most of the race and then having to slow down, but the whole race itself was fun. It was a great battle with Damon.
Jack showed today that he's a racer, and we had a good race, and I think the crowd should have got something from that. We stuck close together, and it was a thriller, I think.
And there we are. There is the... Now, if Alesi has run out of petrol, and you can see by the body language of the Benetton mechanics that they are absolutely furious because they know that Alesi has been told to come in lap after lap after lap, and what does he do? He ignores them. Oh, Jean, you may well look a bit worried. You've got a major problem, Sunshine, when you get back to the pits. Melbourne is indeed a great place for a race, and it's been a great, memorable race, full of incredible memories from Ferrari. He's down to the last corner. It's going to be mighty, mighty close, but Eddie Irvine in the Ferrari just wins the Australian
Keep going, Eddie, the line is there. That's it, well done.
Fabulous. Look at Ferrari. Up goes the visor, out comes the fist. Oh, well done, Eddie Irvine.
It was incredible all weekend. Me and my engineer, we've been just working away, doing our own thing, and we've made different choices from a lot of people on various things, and it's fantastic to do it with Ferrari, and after such a long time, and all the people have helped me, and from Formula Ford all the way up. It's a big thank you to everyone who helped me. They all know who they are, so there's so many. I'd be here for a few hours. I needed a lot of help to get here, believe me.
That's a massive impact. Fernando Alonso looks a little bit winded, and a little bit shocked by that.
I remember everything, unfortunately. You know, it will be nice to delete it, but yeah, it was quite slow in the car. You know, everything that happened. You know, because you are flying and you are bouncing around, and you see the sky, then you see the ground, you see the sky, and you know exactly where you are, and you keep moving. You want to stop. Then the car stopped. I saw a little space to go out, and I said I go out quickly. And my mom will watch TV, so I want to be out quite quickly and say that I'm okay. But yeah, lucky to be here and happy to be here, and thankful to be here, especially to the FIA and all the safety, because probably I'm alive thanks to that.
Joy of joys to see Fernando Alonso walk away from that, shake hands and embrace Esteban Gutierrez.
And now, can Coulthard do something about this man? Juan Pablo Montoya the quicker, and he spun. Montoya spun, backs it into the wall, no damage will be done, and he'll get away again. Coulthard leads the Grand Prix.
Juan Montoya has made a terrible mistake, and he's shaking his head, he can't really believe it.
I don't blame anybody but myself. I'm pretty good at that, and I've always been pretty hard on myself. I think the best comment was Patrick after the race said, put some really hard shoes, a pillow against the wall, and kick it as hard as you can and get it out of your system, and let's go to the next one.
Jenson Button's a winner again. Brawn GP are winners on their first race appearance, and not only that, it's a 1-2 finish. Button from Barrichello, the smiles are on Ross Brawn and Sir Richard Branson. What a result!
I was thinking, wow, this feels good up here, and I get a free bottle of champagne as well. It was a great moment, especially with Ruben stood next to me, and Ross Brawn also, who I must say was speechless, and it's the first time I've seen the big man speechless.
You ready? Let's go! Fantastic start by one of the Benzos. Ralph Schumacher challenges Barrichello. Michael Schumacher's got a poor start, but Ralph is motoring into second place, and he hits Ruben Barrichello. Huge accident! Oh my goodness! Ruben's rear wings off. There goes Ralph Schumacher, and I think we're going to have to restart it. There's an absolute yes. And one of the Benzos is on fire. That's Jenson Button.
Total carnage. It started with Ralph hitting the back of Barrichello, flying into the air, and then everybody shunting behind in sympathy. Ralph clearly nowhere near getting on the brakes. What a mess.
You know, it's another racing incident. You never, I mean, I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose. He just tried to defend his position without thinking what he was doing.
Oh, so nearly that flipped over backwards, and he's a passenger just heading towards the inevitable scene of the accident. And then the carnage, the pack slows down earlier than you expect. You can see dust and rubbish ahead of you, flying pieces of carbon fibre and Formula One cars, and all hell lets loose behind.
Salo is right in his wheel tracks now.
I think it's game over. I think Salo will have the grunt down the pit straight to take a reasonably easy pass. 2 laps to go, and Webber goes defensive, and now he's really going to take some pain. And Mika is more experienced than to take a wild dive, but he needs to stay calm. Salo needs to stay calm and just get nicely in the slipstream zone of that Minardi, which surely he is, and he should. He lost a bit, didn't he, on the traction on the exit. And, now it's going to be touch and go whether he can get down that pit straight. Nowhere near having a go, is he? He did not have the drive off the last corner. Mark Webber will be very pleased to know that. Salo did not have the traction off the last corner, even if he had the grunt down the straight.
Well, it's very interesting, Martin, because I was listening to Salo doing his practice starts, and it didn't seem to me that the traction control... Salo spun it! Oh, Australia rejoice! I'm sorry, Mika Salo, I'm not against you, but Australia certainly is. He's thrown it away with 2 laps to go. And watch the grandstand. Webber punches the air. The grandstand stand. Yes! Advance Australia, fair. You've done it, boy. Fair dinkum. Mark Webber finishes in 5th place. It's a dream for Australia, a dream for Mark Webber, and a dream for Paul Stoddart, the owner of Minardi.